Hello, and welcome to the Roadshow by CNET Shift Awards. Please welcome to the stage, Tim Stevens.
Thank you very much. I also want to call up my colleague Chris Paukert, and the two of us are going to walk you through the Shift Awards. It was 3 years ago we launched Roadshow, and Chris, it's been a pretty exciting couple of years, and today we're going to celebrate some of the companies, the technologies, and the people who are really disrupting the industry.
That's right, Tim. It's been another incredible year. Some amazing new technologies, especially in terms of semi-automated driving, and just the sheer number of amazing vehicles we've had the chance to drive all around the world has been.
We have a pretty good job, don't we?
Yeah.
Pretty good job. Pretty good technologies. A lot of great stuff that we're going to celebrate today. If you want to be sharing anything on social media, Roadshow is your hashtag. We're also at Roadshow on Twitter too. But today we're going to look at some of those great technologies. We're going to start off by looking at an award that actually celebrates an individual or a team of individuals, the Disruptor of the Year Award. This is the one that I think is a really interesting award because this celebrates people who've had the most impact on the industry, either through technological developments or just in terms of making a lot of news, a lot of noise.
Yeah, we're not necessarily even judging tremendous accomplishments here. We're just looking at who stirred the pot the most this year. And that can take the form of people that are automaker or associated with automakers, or it could be just cult people, personalities and whatnot. So
the inaugural winner of the Disruptor Award was researchers from West Virginia University, the people who discovered a little thing called Dieselgate. John Krafchick is a former winner of this award as well, and Hakan Samuelsson from Volvo as well for really shaking things up on the car buying leasing front.
yeah.
So we've got another panel of great contenders this year. We've got the first is Mike Fluitt, CEO of McLaren Automotive. McLaren, of course, is doing amazing things when it comes to the technologies of supercars, but also in terms of the sales of supercars. Sales for McLaren up 43% this past year.
That's right. I believe it's their 8th or 9th year of record sales, and they've really disrupted the supercar segment, kind of put a fright into Ferrari, Lamborghini, Aston Martin. It's amazing the momentum they have, and their cars are beautiful and wonderful to drive.
Absolutely. And we got Elon Musk is number 2.
What can you say about Elon Musk? The man is everywhere, and the things that they've accomplished this year with Tesla and the Model 3, getting it through production hell, ramping it up in their profit per unit. They're not out of the woods yet by any stretch of the imagination, but the world sits up and takes notice anytime the man tweets or does just about anything.
Absolutely. And a contender for a sort of different reason, Travis Van Zanden, the CEO of Bird. Bird, of course, the scooter company that made a lot of news. And this is the time where we probably have to give the People magazine disclaimer. Person of the Year, or Time magazine, excuse me, Person of the Year is usually someone who makes a lot of news, not necessarily for good reasons. Bird Scooters, maybe not the most popular company, especially in San Francisco where many of our editors are based. But certainly, they certainly disrupted the industry this year.
There's no doubt that they've altered the conversation around mobility. They've brought the term last mile really into the conversation. Now there's so many different solutions with electric scooters, electric bikes, and they're really forcing all the different cities that they're participating with their scooter program to reevaluate exactly how they handle companies like this. And the adoption rate and the valuations for companies like Bird have just gone through the roof.
Absolutely. So without further ado, Disruptor of the Year, it's Elon Musk. I mean, it's pretty hard to argue against Elon Musk as absolutely dominating the news cycle this year. Elon, of course, unfortunately couldn't be with us today. We think he's somewhere between here and Mars right now. And in lieu of an acceptance speech, we're told to expect something on his favorite medium of communication, Twitter. So keep an eye on tweeting a little bit later on today. But congratulations to Elon Musk for disrupting the industry better than anybody else.
I was really hoping that he would disrupt this press conference by coming in on a jetpack or something, but
there's still time.
Yeah.
There is still time. Keep your eyes to the skies. All right, next up, Cabin Technology of the Year. And here we're looking at kind of the technologies that have made the in-car experience a little bit better in the year that's gone by. Infotainment systems, navigation systems, things like that.
Absolutely.
So first contender is Audi's MMI Touch Response. That's a system that I first got to experience in the e-tron this year. It's one of the few systems I think that really works on a dual screen basis. We've seen a lot of companies try to bring 2 screens into the car, 2 touch screens in particular, and this one I think works quite well.
I agree with you, Tim. In fact, I think it's arguably the only 2-screen system that works very well. People have tried this before with limited success. It's beautiful. The response time is snappy. It's intuitive the way that they organize everything. The UI is really very strong. They've had a long history of doing really great infotainment systems. And this new one, they're spreading out throughout the lineup, A6, A7, A8, Q8, and e-tron.
Great. Next up, we've got Mercedes-Benz MBUX.
Yeah, so the MBUX is sort of a clean sheet redesign for them. It's what I love about MBUX is that it allows you to enter in your information however you want, in a way that maybe that you haven't been able to do before. There's a voice assistant. You can say, "Hey Mercedes," the way that you would say, "Hey Siri," and you can ask it all sorts of questions. It could be as simple as, where's the nearest coffee shop, but it could also be, who won the Olympics, ski jump in 1984. It'll give you the answer, but it'll also do it in a very intuitive way for inputting navigation. You can have an overlay here where you can see it on the center screen, and it's great.
It didn't launch on S-Class, it didn't launch on G-Class, it launched on A-Class. So really the most attainable Mercedes, which I think is a great trend as well. And then last up, Ram's Uconnect 12-inch, this massive vertically oriented display. Really, I think there's a lot of things to love about the new Ram. It's certainly the interior, the technology, not only the infotainment system, but also things like USB Type-C in the truck too, which I think are really, really great things looking forward. A very tech-forward truck.
Absolutely, and yet it's still easy to use. The response times are great. What I love most is the way that you can have so much information on the screen at the same time, but because it's so large, it's just not crowded. And because it's vertically oriented, it's not a big reach over to the other side of the dashboard. It just works well.
All right, and the winner of Cabin Tech of the Year is Audi with the MMI Touch Response. Cabin Technology there, congratulations to Audi. Here to accept the award for Audi is Eric Eichhorst, Audi Quality and Technical Service Manager for Audi. Come on up, Eric.
Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Can we
Congrats, Eric.
do a quick photo opportunity and take that with you, and if you have a few words to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Tim, thank you for recognizing Audi on behalf of the entire Audi organization and family. We just really appreciate this honor to accept this award on our behalf here. And as you mentioned, we're very proud of the new touchscreen that we have with the haptic feedback, integrating our previously full suite of Audi Connect features, as well as wireless CarPlay, wireless charging, and we're really proud of this system. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Eric. Congratulations again.
Congrats.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it for now.
Oh, Eric, you want to come over here?
Fine. Apologies there. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you again. All right. Next up, from the things that we can touch while we're in the car to some safety technology, basically the things that will keep us safe while we're in the car as well. This is also, of course, an incredibly important category. And leading things off is, again, Audi, this time with the drive assistance package with CFast and LiDAR. I think this is the first LiDAR in a production car, right, Chris?
That is correct. And it's also, I believe, the first production car with a system, that the ZFast, where it has redundancies built in. So if certain systems fail with your semi-automated driving, there are backups in place. So it's really sort of next level in that regard. You can go on the freeway up to in traffic jam speeds, and it'll keep you lane centered. It's a hands-off system in that scenario, and it's sort of future-proofed because they have all this technology in there that when they can get legal clarity, I would say, in the U.S., they'll be able to just do an update, and they'll have a lot more capabilities right built in.
Damn law slowing things down. Next up, General Motors with the advanced tailoring system.
Yeah, I had the chance to go to the Silverado 1500 launch and tow all kinds of things. And it's really amazing how they've simplified that act. And I don't do a ton of towing, but they really make it, like child's play, just lining the trailer up and hooking it up using the rear camera. And you can stick a third camera on the back of a trailer. And there's also an app that can tell you basically the best settings for different types of loads.
And the final contender is Tesla with Navigate on Autopilot Update 9.0. This system, of course, takes Autopilot another step forward, allowing the car to automatically change lanes, prepare you for exiting on the highway, things like that. Perhaps the greatest thing about this, though, is that it's a software update. You don't have to go buy a new Tesla. You don't have to buy some new hardware. basically just go to work on Monday morning, and if you've got your car connected to Wi-Fi, you'll have this functionality in your car. And that, I think, is a pretty exciting thing. Over-the-air updates, of course, something that the industry needs to move forward on in a big way. So without further ado, the winner of the Safety Tech of the Year is Audi, another winner with the Drive Assistance Package. And Eric Eichhorst, again, is going to come up to accept the award.
Don't get too comfortable, Eric. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
We might as well do.
Congrats again.
Well, it's a bit of a surprise, but thank you very much for recognizing us. We want to just thank you again. Again, honored to be here. We know there's a lot of good competition out there, a lot of other brands that are bringing technology, but again, we're proud of this first in industry laser scanner that is just another set of eyes that the driver may not be able to see everything on the road and just enhance the safety of our vehicle. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congrats, Eric. Another
More
photo again.
Sure. Hold it again that time.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks again. Don't worry, you'll get one to keep yourself a little later on. We'll mail that to you. All right, next up, driveline technology. This is the technology that actually moves us forward and gives us power and lets us do the things we like to do in cars. First up, Hyundai with the Kona electric powertrain. The Kona has definitely been one of the more interesting EVs that I've driven, one of the more enjoyable ones, and yet an attainable and affordable EV too.
Yeah, and I think it's got real-world range. The gas Kona is fabulous too, but the smoothness of the powertrain here, and it's just a vehicle that everybody can live with every day. It's a really nice package, and it's relatively affordable.
Absolutely. Next up, Nissan and Infiniti with the VC Turbo variable compression.
Variable compression has been something of a holy grail for a really long time among powertrain engineers. We didn't know who was going to get there first. But I would say that Nissan has managed to do that very well in the Altima and the Infiniti QX50. That 2.5-liter engine is really flexible. It gives you wonderful fuel economy, and when you really want to step on it, it's got the power that you need.
Throttle response too. And finally, it's Tesla with the all-wheel drive performance powertrain. I was just up in Alaska getting very sideways in a Model 3 Performance. It's really remarkable the things that their engineers have been able to do. And again, largely thanks to software, being able to modulate torque front and rear in that car to give you exactly the kind of performance and driving dynamics that you want. And the fact that they are, again, going to continue to improve this through software updates is very exciting too. You'll be able to actually adjust the amount of torque front and rear yourself from a slider in the touchscreen, which should be pretty fun. I can't wait to try that out. All right, time for the winner of the Driveline Technology of the Year. It's Nissan and Infiniti with the VC Turbo variable compression. Accepting the award is Chris Reed, Nissan and Infiniti Vice President of Platform and Technology Engineering.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations, Chris.
All right, well, thank you so much. We're very honored to be a part of this roadshow activities, and bringing our VC Turbo here to the award is to the podium. You know, it's as you mentioned, 20 years of development, and finally we got there. And so, as you said, the combination of power and efficiency, and the customer, all they got to do is use the gas pedal. So we're really proud of it. We appreciate the award. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Come on over here for photo time.
Yeah, we'll keep doing this.
We'll just shake hands all the time too. Very good.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, sir. All right, Chris, are you ready? It's time for the big one.
All right.
If the button will work. There we go. Vehicle of the Year. This is the car or truck that had the biggest impact on, I think, motoring in general. The one that we thought made the most impact on us, the one that we remembered the most, the one that we think drives the industry forward. And we've got some really strong contenders this year. Number one is the Genesis G70. This is a great looking sedan, a sedan that's really great to drive, and overall just a really nice car.
It's just a really fully realized package. It's a challenger brand that outperforms BMWs, Audis, and the pricing is more than reasonable, but you've still got user-friendly technology, great interior quality. It's a steal.
Absolutely, it's a really great car to drive, and that's why it's one of our choices for Vehicle of the Year. Next up is the Jaguar I-Pace.
First luxury SUV that's an electric from a mainstream automaker. Tremendous fun to drive, really distinctive styling. It doesn't even look like any other Jaguar, I think. A really strong contender for this award.
Well over 200 miles of range, and ultimately just a really nice car, and really one of the first cars to actually bring it to Tesla. So exciting to see how that car will shape up in the year ahead. And the final choice, the Volvo S60 and V60. Really great sedan and wagon, really fun to drive, really nice in the interior, and a pretty strong value choice as well.
Volvo is no stranger to these awards. They've sort of tapped into the winning combination of design, performance, and smart technology, safety technology. The S60 and V60, both really wonderful cars. I'm partial to the V60 wagon. I think it looks fantastic and has a little extra cargo capacity. But they're well priced, very safe, and now built in the US.
And beautiful machines. Really, really great choices. You can't go wrong with any three of these, but of course there can be only one winner. As voted by the Roadshow editors, the winner, the vehicle of the year for Roadshow, it's the Genesis G70. Congratulations to Genesis. To accept the award is Erwin Raphael, Executive Director of Genesis Cars Motor America. Come on up.
This is a man who's had a really good day today, I think. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Great car.
Thank you.
He's got the hardware for you. Please.
Thank you so much. Thanks for making us a part of the Roadshow. There's so many people who participated in the entire process to bring this car to life that I wouldn't dare begin naming even groups. But rest assured, there are many, many people, and I'm proud to be able to be here and accept this award on their behalf. When we worked on this vehicle, our goal was to demonstrate to ourselves that just because you make a car that's incredibly dynamic doesn't mean it can't be elegant as well. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've succeeded. Thank you. So get a quick photo here.
Again, get some pictures here. Great.
Thank you very much.
Congrats
Thanks.
again. All right, and that's it for the Roadshow Shift Awards. Thank you all for joining us for another year of Roadshow. And stay tuned because just a few minutes, we're going to have Anders Gustafsson, President and CEO of Volvo Car USA, giving his keynote speech. So stay tuned for that. Thank you again.
Thank you.